Mark Fisher, and this is the third Mark Fisher Fitness at-home video workout. So here's the deal. This workout we're about to do is really crazy. I got two of the most mentally disturbed people I know, my friends Javier and Brian Patrick Murphy, one of our trainers here at MFF. And the nature of this workout is it's super intense. So remember, if you are new to working out, you haven't been active lately, I would start with either the beginner or the intermediate workout, because this one is not for the faint of heart. I can honestly say I'm a little bit nervous. Having said that, if you are someone that's already active, if you're already fit, and you're finding you're in a time where you just can't get to the gym, maybe you're out of town, maybe it's the summertime and you're on your fire island chair, so you don't want to spend a lot of time on your workout, you want to get into fitness, this is going to be the perfect way to spend 15 minutes. Are you guys ready?
I'm scared.
Yeah. Let's do it. In position, in position. So we're gonna get the party started with just some sensible pogo jumps. Off we are, nice and easy. So when you're doing pogo jumps, you want your feet right underneath you. You want to be nice and easy. You want to be very dainty, very nibbly, bibbly, like a cat. Like a cat jumping on your legs, which would be pretty cool. Gotta admit. So nice and easy, just get the blood flowing. And as you're doing it, it's always good to kind of check into the body, see where you're at today, right? As you're jumping, is anything feel particularly tight? Is there anything you want to be mindful about today? This can be thought of as like jump rope without the jump rope. If you're like me and got picked last for sports, it's a great way to do it. Rock back. So it faces the wall here. And from here, we're literally just doing it, it's like playing a game of catch, right? So I'm thinking I'm on my hands and on my hips, and on my hands and on my hips. No need to think like a whole ton about this, right? We're just sort of like almost, if you think about it, you're almost practicing a squat pattern, right? On my hands, on my hips, and Spider-Man lunge, Spider-Man lunge. So from here, we're gonna keep facing the wall here. Get a nice stretch, nice exhale. I really like to squeeze the glute of the back leg here, because what I want you to appreciate is, when you're doing a Spider-Man lunge, part of the value is opening up the front of that back hip here. You can transition via a plank. And in addition to that back hip, ideally, we're getting a nice stretch through the front hamstring and the inside of that front leg, inner thigh muscles. This doesn't need to move too quick, but you do want to get a nice stretch here, right? So really think about dropping that hip, making sure the hands are inside, right? So I'm going to show you from here. I'm looking for here, not here, here. Glute bridges, feet towards the wall, feet towards the wall. From here, just going to raise those hips on up. Just Jane Fonda jazzercising. Just really listening to the music, your buttocks, getting yourself ready for some ass mastery here. You also don't have to go all the way down, all the way up. Just make sure that we're not coming up high like that. That's like a very good move. That's just not what this is. You want to drop those ribs down, make sure the hips are extended. And bear crawls, going for a journey. Can we growl? You certainly can growl, Brian. Roar! You can also, based on where you're doing that, that may or may not result in litigation. So you want to be mindful of where you are. And if the bear crawl is a little too tough for you, remember baby crawls are always an option. But if bear crawls are too tough, I'm going to gently suggest this ain't the right workout just yet. Jumping jacks, coming up and standing. Whew. It's a nice warm day on the day we're filming this here, so you guys, my joints feel good. You got 20 seconds here. Nice and easy. And again, it's one more final opportunity to kind of check in. How's your body feeling today?
Oh, fantastic, right. Mark. Thank you
for asking. Javier feels super tight today, he told me.
Super tight. Super tight.
Got 5 more seconds, nice and easy here. And then we'll have one for only breaks for 15 minutes. And breathe. Woo, 30 seconds. So here's the deal, here's what we're getting into now. So we've got 30 seconds of jump squats. So these are going to be hands behind the head, hands forward. It's a squat pattern, you're going to leave the ground. Now, if you don't feel super warm yet, it's okay to ease into this. You don't need to jump right outside the gate. Follow that up with plyo push-ups. If you can, I want to see you leaving the ground. Follow that up by jump splits, with a jump reverse lunge pattern. You're going to get to see us in 3, 2, facing forward, off we are. So as you start here, you want to make sure you're landing nice and softly, right? So if this workout has more jumping than the previous ones, you want to keep it real quiet, right? Like a ninja cat. We're referencing cats a lot today, don't really know why. And this is called, sometimes called a prisoner squat, this position here. You can sort of, I'll leave your imagination why prisoners in that position. Let's do plyo push-ups, head to wall. Here we go. So again, if you feel good, you can leave the ground. Just make sure you're landing still a plank that moves, right? You don't need to go crazy squeezing your glutes, but you do want to keep that neutral spine position. We also want to be mindful of that neck. So as I lower down here, I don't want my head to come forward. I want to keep my head on my spine, even if I'm moving the ground. And jump splits, jump splits. Let's go ahead and face the wall for this first round.
Fantastic work.
Good times. Now, as you're doing this, it's very important to get the full foot in the ground of that front foot, right? We want to be mindful we're not popping up onto the toe here. We want the full foot in the ground. A little hinge, not a bad idea here. If you're feeling good, give me one more, and then breathe. We have 20 glorious seconds, which I'm sorry to say is the last break we get. So enjoy it. From here, we're just gonna ride the starship to excellence. So prepare yourself emotionally. We have one more round with those jump squats. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. And soon there'll just be silence because I can't talk anymore. Good, remember every time as you're doing this, remember, we want those good squat mechanics. So full foot is in the ground. It's okay to push through the toes when you land, but as you come through, make sure the full foot is bearing the weight and you're just sitting back in a nice squat, right? So I'm keeping my spine neutral as my legs and hips bend. Plyo push-ups, head towards the wall. Here we go. So fun. Now remember, here's the deal. This is a 15-minute workout. You're about to go to the beach or go to work or do something else. Keep driving through this. That's it, here we go. Again, make sure the glutes are not overly engaged, right? You're not trying to make a super hard brace because you can't really do a plyo push-up if you brace that hard. Keep your core neutral. Jump splits. Let's face the front of the room.
I'm so excited.
So good. Now, what I love to bring your attention to here, like in any reverse lunge pattern, as we're landing here for many of us, we're gonna have a tendency to see this front knee cave in and this hip pop, right? You wanna keep your feet, toes, hips all pointed forward. If you get fatigued, you can go ahead and just do reverse lunges, no drama there. 20 seconds, oh, there's one more rest, thank goodness, okay. One more rest period. So now we're moving on to glutes and core, butt and abs. It's gonna be starting off with plank walk-ups, followed by reverse lunges, mountain climbers, and then glute bridges. And plank walk-ups, head towards the wall, and begin. Now as you're doing your plank walk-ups, we wanna minimize too much side-by-side shifting. So as needed, it is okay to go a little bit wider with the feet on these. You ideally want your feet as far apart as they need to be, but as close together as they can be to minimize that side shifting. It's really great exercise for the core because you're working on anti-rotation. Very important ability to build in there. And reverse lunges, standing face to the front of the room. And I don't know about you guys, but this feels virtually like a tropical vacation right now.
You didn't tell me this was not a beginner workout.
Yeah, this is not a beginner workout, friends. And as you're doing these reverse lunges, particularly if you are fit, I will say these bodyweight lunges aren't gonna really be killing you. So use this period to get your center back here and always be checking in with feeling that full foot in the ground. You know, I keep emphasizing it's very, very important. Get that big toe, that little toe in the heel. Careful that knee's not caving in, that arch of the foot isn't collapsing. You got 3 more seconds. And mountain climbers facing the wall. So mountain climbers here, we like to keep these relatively slow. It's not wrong to go quick. If you see me here, I'm going with some speed, but my core and my hips are staying neutral. What you want to be mindful about is this, right? That's sort of just like bouncing off the spine. I don't know that that's wrong per se, but remember, ideally we're keeping the spine, the core in a neutral position while the hips move, so try to control that. Glute bridges, feet towards the wall. Raising those hips on up. And again, this is gonna function as a breather here. Think of, as you're doing your glute bridges, you really want to make sure the glutes are engaged here. So I always like to put my hands on my butt and think of scooping the pelvis under, right? Be careful we don't break open here. Think of bringing the bottom of the pelvis underneath and really make sure those glutes are turned on here. And plank, walk up, spinning it around, right on into this. And again, feel free to adjust those hands as needed. Believe it or not, there's not much longer to go in this workout here. Now, I want you to be mindful here that you're alternating. So be careful that it's not just right, left, right, left. Be mindful that sometimes if that's what feels good for you naturally, you also do some left, right, left, right. 3 more seconds. And reverse lunges facing the wall for these. So here we are, and again, ideally we're getting this 90-degree positions, right? I don't mind if the front knee comes forward just a little bit, but we want to be mindful we're not super, super close, nor are we super, super far, right? We're nice like 90-degree angles. And I think again, in an advanced workout, a little bit of a hinge is not going to be a bad thing. My dream world is to feel some engagement of the glute of that front leg. Now everyone's a little bit different, so if you can't feel it there, don't stress it out. But ideally, you're getting the hip of that front leg. The arms can do whatever feels natural. I like a little opposition, but you do you. And mountain climbers, hands on the ground. Again, if you're feeling great here, you want to sprint to the finish line. I don't mind it. You got to keep that core in a good position. The knee should almost be touching the ground. A good mountain climber, the knee wants to be pretty close to the earth. There will be a tendency to get that butt up high like this, and that's not what we're looking for. You want to keep those hips down. You got 5 more seconds here. All the way to the end, and glute bridges, feet towards the wall. Raising those hips on up. So this is an opportunity here to kind of catch that breath. We have 1 more sprint to the end here, these 20 seconds. And your goal is to get a personal record of glute engagement. Right? How tight can you get that ass? Squeezing that butt, making sure that those muscles are ready to be used in this final set here. 5 seconds. Then we go into our yoga push-ups and spin it around. Head towards the wall. So from here, we're doing a nice full push-up, chest to deck if you can, and then pressing on up into a downward dog. We're gonna come back to our plank position, push up again, and repeat. As you're doing this, with any push-up, make sure you can really feel the ground with those hands. Appreciate your hands are kind of like your feet. It's really a big deal to feel the full hand in the ground. So we're gonna splay those fingers nice and wide. Make sure the elbows are slightly tucked. We don't wanna get them out wide, nor too close. About 45 degrees, 60 degrees is gonna be best for you. Jump squats, facing the front of the room. Here we go. And if you wanna play with other hand positions, it's up to you here. Obviously behind the head is gonna be the most awful choice. If you really wanna hate your life, you can keep your arms straight up the whole time. I'm gonna do some of those because we're near the end of this. And I wanna finish this right. Make sure every time we land, those knees are out, that they're not caving in, and you're landing with control. Plank body saw, head towards the wall here. And from here, we're just gonna push our body back and forth over our elbows. Push ourselves over our elbows, push ourselves away. Make sure the glutes are engaged here. Push yourself all the way back, and really point those feet. We got about 10 more seconds. On deck in these straight leg sit-ups. As you're doing your plank body saws, make sure that neck stays in a neutral position. And straight leg sit-ups onto our backs. Feet towards the wall. From here, you want to throw the arms as much as you need, but as little as you need, and really spend time. It's that position, that midway position here where you're getting tension. You don't want to rush that. That's where all the good stuff is. Now, I know some of you are probably out of town, in a hotel room before a day of work. And that's a great use of these videos. But my hope is at least some of you are about to go to the beach and you're in a beach house. So we really want to take our time with these, get some engagement. Make sure those glutes or abs are ready to go. Glutes and abs are ready to go. 1 more rep. And push burpees, 45 seconds, face in the front of the room. This is it. Now, if you can land soft, you can even add an plyo push-up. If you feel good here, make sure as the feet jump in, they jump in wide. Now, if you're doing these and this doesn't feel great, you can always do the reverse burpee, which if you checked out the beginner and the intermediate workout, would look like this. That variation, I squat down, I walk my hands out before I do my push-up. Then bending my knees, I walk those hands in. Here we go. 8 seconds left. What do you got left here? Finish it up. And you may breathe. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a pithy workout. I want to bring in my handsome friends here, Javier, Manimal, Brian. I want to thank you guys so much for taking time to work out with us. If you have any questions about this workout video or about Mark Fisher Fitness in general, remember you can always hit us up at membership@markfisherfitness.com. If you're in New York City, you want to come in and find out more about MFF, it's all about, you can do it anytime you want. And if you want to work out online, don't forget to check out mybroadwaybody.com. That just happened. Good job to you. Woo! You did